Hey guys, what's going on? It's Salvage here, and today we're going to be talking about WB Montreal and what their next game could potentially be. Now, a long time ago, back in like 2014, they basically said they were making two DC AAA titles, right? The first one obviously became Gotham Knights. The second one kind of is up in the air. It's very ambiguous. We don't really know what it could be, but we could take some fucking guesses. And there's three that I have in the back of my head that I've always been thinking about that WB Montreal can possibly do. Now, before we get into the video, if you could subscribe if you're new. We are almost to 47,000 subscribers. I want to try to get to 50,000 subscribers before we get to Gotham Knights. I think that's possible if we hit enough people in the algorithm. That would be amazing. Go ahead and do that. I would really appreciate that. And go ahead and like as well while you're down there. So let's go ahead and talk about it. The first one could potentially be a Teen Titans game. Now, we saw in the last trailer for the PC trailer for the, of course, Gotham Knights, we saw a little picture on the side with Robin and Superboy. So we can assume that there's some type of Teen Titans version of this game, and you know, there could be potentially some dialogue moments where we actually get that, and they could hint at that a lot. I would actually really like to see WB Montreal tackle those characters, honestly, like Kid Flash or Impulse, maybe Superboy, have Starfire in there or something, do a little mix-up, have Tim Drake from Gotham Knights, and have like the Gotham Knights art style and gameplay situation. Like, I think that would probably be really fun, and if done right, if given enough time and, you know, actually being open to it, I think that a lot of people would actually enjoy a Teen Titans game from WB Montreal. I asked people on my post yesterday, and a lot of people were like, no, give it to Rocksteady. But a lot of people were like, yeah, go ahead and let WB Montreal do that. And I would genuinely be happy if they did. Of course, it kind of does depend on how Gotham Knights does. Like, if Gotham Knights does bad, I don't think that, you know, people are going to be more accepting of a Teen Titans game. But if Gotham Knights does great, right? Gameplay is good, story's decent. Like, I think a lot of people are going to be like, give them another, you know, team-based DC game. And Teen Titans kind of seems really appropriate for them because they're already doing sidekicks, right? Might as well continue that and do a more wide range of superheroes instead of just Batman characters. I think that would really open up the DC world that they're trying to make. And it could compete even with Rocksteady's DC world that they're making with Suicide Squad and with all those Justice League members. And instead of having Justice League members, you have more Teen Titan members. I think that would be really fun. Having them kind of be like the sidekicks to Rocksteady in many ways, that would be really funny. And it would be kind of symbolic of the game that they make. The next one that they can do is a Superman game. We had rumors back in 2014 that they were making a Superman game, but it got canceled. Now, if that is true, I am actually worried. I don't know if they are actually the potential saviors for a Superman game in the modern age. I genuinely want Rocksteady to do this. I want Rocksteady's next game to be a Superman game. And I think that they're trying to prove that with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, if WB Montreal comes in and is like, hey, we had a Superman project, and they kind of like do what Rocksteady did to WB Montreal, which is take their game, because technically Rocksteady took the Suicide Squad game from WB Montreal. They kind of threw that pitch out there for WB, and WB liked that more than what WB Montreal was doing, so they gave it to Rocksteady. So WB Montreal comes back. They're like, we want the Superman game. Oh my god, that would be dirty. And honestly, I don't know if they're really the right people to do it. I really like Rocksteady's, like, you know, enthusiasm and their passion about wanting to make a Superman game. That's like their dream game to make. And I think, you know, Suicide Squad is kind of like that test for it. They wanted to introduce Superman into this world and show what he's all about. And I think that this is like the way forward. And I think that's a good idea. But if WB Montreal comes in and makes a game with Superman in it, I can see them doing it, right? I wouldn't say that it would be a bad idea. I think having them focus on a solo character is a lot better than them focusing on multiple branches of characters, right? Like Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, etc. I would really like to see what they would do with Superman, right? But I want to see Rocksteady's take first. And that's where the Teen Titan game kind of comes in. It's like, instead of making a full-blown Superman game, you could just have Superboy in the game and have his powers kind of mimic what Superman could do in a potential solo game and slowly build off of that. And maybe down the line we get two solo Superman games from WB Montreal and Rocksteady, but I'm just saying, it seems like they're kind of slowly making their way over there. And I don't think that out of any developer, I don't want to be like mean or like discredited towards you know, WB Montreal, but I don't think they've earned it. Am I like wrong in saying that I don't think that they've earned the right to make a Superman game, because all they've had under the belt is Arkham Origins, which really literally used half the assets of Arkham City. This is a fact. that used pre-rendered cutscenes that were just motion capture. So while the story was good, it was easy to make. And I'm not saying that that showed inequality, but yeah, it did show inequality. And now Gotham Knights, which, I mean, is up in the air. We don't know what's going to be going on. I don't think Superman is really the next big thing for WB Montreal. It just doesn't line up, and I don't really see them doing that, and I really hope that that's not the case. That is the last developer I want on a Superman game. I would rather want Santa Monica Studios to fucking make a Superman game before WB Montreal makes a Superman game. That's all I'm saying. Their last game that I think they could potentially make is a brand new Arkham game. This is like most likely a very potential possibility if Gotham Knights flops. If Gotham Knights goes under, if Gotham Knights is blech, right? Bad. Arkham has to be their next solution, or even just Batman in general has to be their next game. Because if they just like have nothing under their belt, like it's Batman Arkham Origins and Gotham Knights, which could potentially be a flop, and then they have like something else that's like completely irrelevant. Like, I'm sorry, I think Batman would save them, and I think Batman would be the smart choice if this game flops. I don't want it to flop. I think it would be great, and even if it is great, I still potentially see like them having a Batman in the future. Like, I can just see WB Montreal, for some reason, there's just something in my bones telling me that WB Montreal could potentially make another Batman game in the very near future. And it seems like they can really take hold of that type of IP. And while, of course, they don't want to necessarily be stuck with Rocksteady's Arkham title, again, they already had something new. They have Gotham Knights. So if they want to bring back Batman, they could easily bring him back whenever they want, and they could easily make a Batman solo game. And I think that that would do numbers. That would be amazing. Because once people like see, oh, WB Montreal, Batman game, they're going to go back to Batman Arkham Origins. And then everybody's going to be like, oh shit, this is an underrated masterpiece. Of course it's going to happen. Everybody's already doing that now. And they weren't even making a Batman game. So I genuinely can see them doing big numbers with another Batman game if done right. And even if they do it in the Gotham Knights universe, I would honestly think that a lot of people would still be happy about that, even if they bring Batman back from the dead. I don't think anybody would be upset about that. That would actually bring a lot of people back from the Gotham Knights hate train that a lot of people apparently are on. So while many people are worried about this game, me included, I genuinely wish Gotham Knights does very well, and I hope that it kind of allows them to do whatever they want to do in their next game, whether that be a Batman game or even a Teen Titans game, which seems like they might be teasing something like that. They already have like a Superboy complete costume figured out. I mean, it's not that hard. It's just a Superman logo on a black shirt, but it's really cool that they added that in the trailer. And I think that that kind of gives us some indication of what they can potentially do in the future. And I would really like to see any of those games be made by WB Montreal. It would be interesting. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Superman was made by WB Montreal. I genuinely think that that would be actually kind of exciting, but I just don't think that that should be the first pick for a Superman game, in my opinion. Other than that, I think Teen Titans would fit them very well, and another Batman game would be right up their alley. You know, I think that would be amazing for WB Montreal and the team that they have now to make another Batman game and kind of expand upon what they do with Gotham Knights. So tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos in the future. I'm going to be pumping them out as much as possible. You guys have been awesome with the support recently, and I really love making these videos, so go ahead and give it a like, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.